Damn. What is up, you guys? Razor here, and whether you use console, whether you use PC, as long as you're using a controller, you will dominate with these settings. I've used these settings on PlayStation 4 to reach over 100,000 kills, and now I use them on PC, so I can guarantee that these work on both. You don't have to worry about what platform you're on, as long as you're using a controller of any type. If you plan on using Control Freak products, I personally use Galaxies. But if you do, make sure you use code RAZORYT at your checkout for a Control Freak discount. So gameplay settings, mostly just preference, but I highly recommend you turn this off and you set this to stacking if you haven't already. This will make it so that when you ping something, you can almost see through it. This is your kill feed. If you want to make it feel like COD, you turn this on. It's just really preference. They took away my custom reticle now, so I basically just have to switch to green. The only thing for audio that really matters is just turning down the dialogue so you can hear mostly footsteps and stuff like that. You'll still be able to hear them even at 7%. Here are my settings for my PC. This will be different for console players, so it's just, don't really worry about this. I use 110 FOV right now. I might turn it back up though. But this season's been destroying my PC. Like, I have a 3060, which isn't the best, but it's a pretty decent card. And this season, I went from smooth sailing on high settings to running these, and that City Below Olympus is absolutely dominating my PC. I've never heard my PC work so hard on a game before, but it is just, it's working away on this game now. So I always use Evolved. It's preference, but I like Evolved. I think it's one of the best because you use L1 to jump. You always have your right finger on the stick, besides when you melee. But if you have paddles, then it's even better. But I don't use paddles. I just use a normal controller. And yeah, I just highly recommend anything that's relevant to Evolved, which also button jumpers relevant. But I just don't like melee. I like sliding with R3. I think that's really useful, to be honest. But the jump button here and the crouch here is mainly why I use Evolved. You can also customize it and set it to whatever you want. I used to have to use and hold to reload because I'm weird, but it helps me win a lot of gunfights on doors. So basically, when I hold the reload, it doesn't open the door while I'm holding it, and it doesn't get me killed, so it's hard to get used to, but it's worth it, in my opinion. But you don't have to switch this if you don't want to. You can just keep it the way it is like everybody else, and that's totally normal. That's cool. This is also preference. There's pros and cons to both of these, so if you're using hold, that's A-okay. That's what a lot of sweats use, but I like toggle. I'm like one of the only sweats I know that uses toggle still. This is, if you have toggle on your aim button, you're scaring me. Make sure your trigger dead zones are on none. That basically means how hard you have to press on. Like, if you have this on maximum, it's gonna take way longer to shoot, basically. So make sure you have dead zones on none. Menu cursor speed. So you gotta make sure that you get used to turning this up. This is how you get the fast shield swaps off. And if you turn this up a little bit day by day, you'll get used to the speed of the cursor. Eventually you'll get it to max, and that's what you'll be used to. So make sure you work on that. Here are my favorite non-ALC settings. 5.4 Classic with no dead zone. These just slap. Before ALCs even came to the game, this is what I used. And make sure these are the only 3 settings that matter while your ALCs are on. Small movement dead zone. No inverted look unless you like inverted look. And I highly recommend turning off vibration. Here are my advanced look controls. So you're going to want to either pause the video or take a screenshot on your phone and leave it right here. Put these settings in, and I will scroll down to the rest of the buttons here. Sorry, the rest of the options here. So make sure these are on. 25, 0, 30, 30. Those are the last 4 options. And then I'll just scroll back up here. And those are my advanced look controls. You get a lot of movement out of the hip fire, and the ADS feels very sticky. So that's why I use these settings over 5.4 Classic. I can actually 360 in a decent amount of time. It just, I don't know, it feels much more useful compared to Classic settings. If these settings help you, make sure you hit that like button. If you dislike the video, hit that dislike button. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you actually see my videos. And to do that, make sure you hit the sub bell and set it to all posts, because there's 18 steps nowadays to actually follow a YouTuber. I don't know why, but that's the way it is. Anyways, we have some control gameplay, and it's not bad. It's like 4,000 damage gameplay, so hope you guys enjoy. I'm out. Peace. I may have made a mistake here. Oh my. Show me the death recap. Oh, it doesn't show me the nade after. Oh, I took you with me, though. Get turned on. Damn, get shit on. Let's go! Let's go!
Get fucked. You dumb little sluts. Shit, my bad, boys, y'all.
Damn, son, we fucking popped up.